Welcome back to Gilded Gaming and Final Fantasy 1. We're doing our standard all bosses playthrough with just a regular old team and do all the bonus dungeons. Last time, gildedJ chat and Leo finished off the fourth fiend, securing all 4 of the crystals. Ah! Bless you with the boo. And now it's time to conquer all those bonus dungeons. But before we do that, we have a couple more things to take care of before we go to those bonus dungeons, actually. Let's see, where are we? Alright, so when we were up in the sky, we found a weird rock. And there just so happens to be a talented smith here who can turn that adamantite into something quite useful. I'll use this to make the finest sword you'll ever wield. As he said. In all my years, I've never crafted a finer sword. Alright, so that is Excalibur. Super useful. We can get some more weapon upgrades too before we attempt the bonus dungeons. So obviously this is a pretty good weapon. It's 13 more attack and 5 more accuracy for our knight. And for those that don't really know, the more accuracy you have, the more hit attacks you get, pretty much is the way it works in this game. So, and I don't believe, yeah, the other characters can't actually use it. So, this is for you. And a little check up here with you. You're technically still at your highest defense with all of this stuff on. Let's see, 4374. Yeah. I think eventually, if we level him up enough, taking it off will actually be optimal. But for now, I think we want to have it on. I gotta remember that you can cast Blink with Defender too. I'm probably gonna be taking Defender off soon, but we're gonna want to keep it nearby in the inventory because Blink is super useful and we haven't been using it enough, honestly. 830 damage. Good old Excalibur. Alright. We are actually going to go into the final dungeon. And we're gonna fight the 4 fiends again. We are not gonna fight Chaos yet, fighting Chaos within the game. But we are going to pretty much get up to Chaos. And the reason being, on the second to last floor where you fight Tiamat is Masamune, which is the one sword in the base game even stronger than Excalibur. I forget, do we have to go back to the sages or can we just go up here? So this guy right here is going to open up our final bonus dungeon. He's totally doing eternal recurrence, sort of, ish. He's doing a time loop. He's not like actually eternally recurring. It's like the same version of him each time, but like he is causing himself to cause himself. Sort of. Anyways, so if we go back to the back of the Chaos Shrine, that is how we get to the final bonus dungeon, but we're not going to probably make it there tonight. we have a lot of other bonus dungeons to do first. But first of all, this is the actual final dungeon of the game. If we use the 4 crystals to open this up, we can go through a portal in time back thousands of years to where chaos is, where the fiends have sent Garland to become chaos to unleash the fiends, for the fiends to send chaos back to bloop, 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 right? So anyways, try not to be sick. Being sick is no fun. Problem is I didn't take my allergy medicine the last couple of days, I think. If I remember right, is it the bottom left or the bottom right? We gotta go to one of the bottom ones. Ooh, Des needs to be healed. Yeah, a lot of people need to be healed. Oh, we could refresh our potions too, but... Okay, I think it's this way. Actually, do we? I think we just do this. We do this. This first part of the Chaos Shrine is always a little confusing to me. Alright, we gotta be careful about Dark Wizards because they can just like instantly end our stuff. But nothing new. I've been preparing a little bit today for when we get to play Final Fantasy II next week. Best. I'm less confused. Do I have the Mage's Staff? I can do Blazara. The only problem is his intelligence is so low that those items don't do very much damage. Yay, Red Mage is a bad Black Mage. Like the Red Mage and the Ninja are super useful for being able to cast Haste and Temper and stuff like that. But their damaging spells are... I mean, they're not exactly throwing flares around, and their intelligence doesn't exactly pump up the ones that do. Alright, level up. Not here. Oh, wait. I think you want to go down to the middle. Okay. Get through all this opening stuff so we can get to the bonus dungeons, which is going to be most of the night tonight. Yeah, let's just beat them down one at a time. I love that the monk does the most damage. The monk has the most physical damage, so we're gonna have that going for us when we do the monkeys. But could have other issues. Namely, their big issue is gonna be their defense and their complete and utter lack of any magic ever. So much money. Nothing really to do with it. That's gonna be even worse on the monk. The monk is pretty much like a monk party is pretty much gonna only use money for buying potions, I guess. Won't have much other need of it, I don't think. $500. Is it here? No. Here's it. Death Eye. Well, he looks scary. Dry Ether. Dry Ether is like a full heal for your MP. The sad part about this is we're gonna fight our way through all of this just to leave the dungeon, but we're not here to beat the game. We're here to get a couple weapons and then go do bonus dungeons. When we come back here after having done all the bonus dungeons, this is gonna be even more of a ridiculous cakewalk coming through here. We will have to fight the fiends again. And they are slightly upgraded versions of the fiends, I think. But not very much. And we've gotten much more powerful since we fought them last. And it looks right there. And here's where we use the loot that we got at the very, very, very beginning of the game. From the princess after we saved her from Garland. Alright, now we come out and is it top left? There's nothing in here, right? I think it's top left. Thankfully, since you guys chose 4 monks instead of a solo monk, it's gonna alleviate. It's gonna both make it easier and harder. I mean, it's gonna be easier for sure, but in some ways, it gets rid of some problems because, like, the biggest problem with a solo monk through much of the first half of the game is dealing with like paralysis. Because if you come up against a party of undead, they just stun lock you and you don't have the defense of a fighter, so you go down very quickly. So like a lot of the stuff around like the Lich is full of undead. There's a couple other places too, where you'll just run into enemies that can just stun you and then you're done. And that's it. There's nothing you can do. Undead are just like a run-ender for solo monk. But with 4 monks, you won't really have that problem. Other problems the monk has is that without any magic, he does really, really good damage. Like, typically, except for a couple places where the warrior gets a better sword for a little bit and goes a little bit ahead, the monk does the most attack damage. It's just he only hits one person, so you got, like, with big groups, he takes a while to kill them all because he can only kill one at a time. My webcam and mic audio are out of sync. No! Let's see if we can fix that. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is right. And this is right. How about now? Does it sound okay? Let's tweak it a little bit. That looks better? Okay. Yeah, sometimes I have a little bit of a delay on the video, sometimes for my webcam, and I delay the audio too to match it. And I do that because sometimes the video from the capture card gets delayed, and because it's like processing or something, and I don't like it when the audio from me and my webcam is like ahead of the gameplay, and I'll be like, oh, and then something will actually happen on the screen like a second later. So I delay the webcam by like half a second or so. But every now and then it decides not to actually delay the audio, even though I told it to. And if I just go in there and tweak it and then tweak it right back to where it was, it suddenly works again. I don't know. It's a bug in OBS, I guess. But yeah, as far as like the 4 monk party, for the most part, we're not gonna want any equipment at all, outside of like what Leo's wearing right here. All right, ribbon, diamond armlet, protect ring. That's about it. So we'll pretty much be not needing to get any chests outside of key items. We won't really need to get money because we'll have way more money than we need to buy the potions that we're gonna need. There are a couple of exceptions to the chest thing, like we're gonna want the giant's gloves so that we can cast Saber on ourselves. You know, like items that actually let you get spells, because they get no spells naturally at all. But yeah, for the most part, it'll just be with a monk. I mean, all you can do is attack. So you attack, and if that isn't good enough, you level up some, and then you attack again. You know, like that's their options. Their attack and their defense are both based on their level, so their option is their solution is always level up to hit harder, basically. With a solo run, I probably wouldn't even attempt the bonus dungeons. I think we could probably do a lot of them, actually. Like, because you'll level so fast. Like when you're like level 99, a lot of even the bonus dungeon bosses aren't that big of a deal. But eventually, I think it would get to the point where beating it with a solo character would be really, really hard. With a full party, I mean, even if they're all monks, it'll probably be okay. Level 44. Okay. Earth elementals. Okay. Alright, so another thing I'm gonna get your guys' opinion on. We are playing this on an emulator because it was easier than trying to hook up my PSP to the capture card. Pretty much. What is your guys' feeling on this? We haven't been using it at all because I was trying to keep it like as an authentic playthrough, right? But at the same time, we could also, you know, this is the Lich, right? Yeah. All right, Lich time, guys. Giant's Gloves. Temper. Haste. I should just attack. You think it's fine to get through easy fights with the monkeys? Especially because the monkeys are literally just use attack over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You know? I want to do this first, like, main playthrough of the game without really abusing that. But, I don't know, I think it could be a thing we could do for, subsequent playthroughs, perhaps. I don't know. Come, he lived through one. Oh, here comes the flare. I don't know if he can live through another hit. Haste and Temper work even better on the monk because he gets twice as many hits because of his fists. Yeah, I kind of want to have a pure run through for YouTube. And then, I mean, the variant runs are gonna go on YouTube too, but since we're like kind of breaking the rules or enforcing different rules, we're kind of not held down by the same norms, I guess. I don't know the right word necessarily. Alright, so in this case, do I want to? I think I do want to. Alright, so we actually want the items on this floor because I believe there is a ninja weapon on this floor. and I should really heal. I probably want to tone down the speed up too a little bit. Like it's so fast you can't even see what's going on. I can probably tweak how much it speeds it up. Because with its current setup, like if I do attack, 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 and then hit the button, like, it's just over. Like what happened? You know, like maybe just times 2 or something would be enough. Excuse me. Plus, I mean, for a lot of the later games, we're not going to be playing them on emulators. Final Fantasy 1 and 2 we are, just because I'm playing the PSP versions and I don't have a really good way to stream my PSP. 3, we're going to play the PC version, so we won't be on an emulator. 4, we will be doing the PSP version again. Possibly even the DS version, which both of those I can't stream without an emulator. I haven't decided which version of 5. And 6. 7 we could just play on the PlayStation. Ooh, just... Cloak. I need to go this way. This party does put out a lot of damage. Mega Elixir. No. So that was not the sword. If we go the other way, I think we'll find the sword. I believe there's a katana down here, basically. For our good friend the ninja. What is he even using nowadays? He's using Sasuke's blade. Get that? Did we get that from one of the bonus dungeons? That might be the same one that's here, actually. It'd be nice when we get later into the series and we get some other conventions like dual wielding, you know, like Final Fantasy 2 will be able to dual wield, but also just like ninjas in general typically have some kind of like dual wielding-ish ability. In a lot of the Final Fantasies. Not in this one, though. Our money is maxed out. One less of a million. Now, I'm not sure what jobs can use Masamune. I think every job can use Masamune. So we can leave, like, even though it's stronger than Excalibur, we can leave Excalibur on the fighter and, like, let the red mage or the ninja, possibly.